Thank you, Melissa. It is a good morning, even if my voice doesn't sound like it is a good morning. It is a good morning, though. It is Tuesday morning, April 29th, 2014. And it is, hold on, I'll tell you the temperature right now in a second. We got some temperature. We got the weather we got to talk about. 70 degrees right now here at the Paddock Mall. Thank you for tuning in. A brand new set of headphones, Robin.
Yeah,
Can I hear you?
See that.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You're styling.
And the left ear still goes out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a smoker's laugh, and I don't smoke. Getting over a cold. Both of us. The morning hosts have colds.
We share.
All right, let me tell you what we're doing this morning. A couple things. First of all, I want to make sure that we kind of alert you to the fact that there is some bad weather in our country right now. Some people have died. Some bad weather coming this direction, but maybe not going to affect us. I guess we'll kind of look at that a little bit and see what we can discern from the information. But nevertheless, we speak to Galen Unold every morning, and Life South, which is the blood bank that he represents, takes care of the blood needs throughout this entire area that is being affected. Well, I guess not the farther west parts, but much of what's being affected today, specifically. So, if you are able to donate blood, this is a good time. And I don't mean to jump the gun. I know we normally do that in about half hour from now or whatever, or 40 minutes from now. But just keep that in mind. I don't know if you all listen the entire show. It's possible. Like if you're a radio listener like me, you listen in the car and then you get out and you kind of leave it in the car.
Right.
But anyway, so we'll talk about that a little bit. I also have an interesting article about the cars that you can buy. If you're not really a believer in the hybrid car, the electric / gasoline powered cars, but you do want fuel efficiency, there's a website called MPG-O-Matic, which is kind of cool. Miles per gallon O-Matic. This is a website dedicated to finding cars, testing cars that give you pretty good miles per gallon, and all they take is gasoline. Hey, what a concept!
Put gas in your tank, boy. That's unusual.
So if you're not a fan of the hybrids, there's
an idea.
Some cars. I just thought I'd list them. I should have thought of that yesterday when Matt was on from Sunrise Automotive.
Oh, Matt's great.
8:35 this morning. News Bites will take the news from around the world, around the nation, and around the state as well as around town. And we'll abbreviate it so you get the gist of what's going on around you. Today's Tuesday. Carol Ann Baldwin will be on the air. Yesterday, Carol Ann, of course, will answer your gardening questions. Yesterday, Carol Ann posted that she heard a thunder boom.
Oh.
And I heard it too. I just heard it. And in fact, I went on Facebook specifically to see if anybody else posted it because the sky was beautifully blue. I didn't see a cloud in the area. And I heard thunder. And then so the only notice I saw on there was Carol Ann. And other people said they heard it and didn't see anything either. It's kind of weird. I remember years ago, this goes back to, maybe the 70s. I'm not really sure. But I remember hearing what they called skyquakes. Just kind of a rumbling in the sky. And the theory was that the U.S. military was testing, high-speed vehicles way up in the atmosphere or something. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not saying that's what it was yesterday. Yesterday it did sound like thunder. So, and it did not sound the same as those skyquakes, whatever the heck those things were. Anyway, so Carol Ann at 9:05. 10:05 today, Thomas A. Bogar. This is an interesting book. Listen to this. He's a theater historian.
Yeah,
this is what he studies, cool. The history of theaters. Helen Hayes Theater Awards. He's won. He's a judge. He's a judge for the Washington D.C. Helen Hayes Theater Awards, and he's written a book called "Backstage at the Lincoln Assassination."
Yeah.
How cool is that? I mean, I know it's a sad story, but he's been gone a long time, and the untold story of the actors and stagehands at Ford's Theater.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah. I hope it's historically accurate. I mean, that's what he says.
Yeah.
Damage control today. If these storms that are coming our way leave you with a damaged home, then we're going to be there for you with our prayers and with our muscles if we can. And Joe Reichel and his guys, they always show up at the homes that have been damaged. Let's hope we don't have any of that.
Yeah.
But that's what he does. He puts them back together, puts the houses back together. I guess it's the occupant's job to make it a home, right?
Yes,
right.
that's
I know.
right.
The word home and houses. Confusing. Sandy.
I heard home myself.
Was it? What's it?
I heard hose back, put the hose back.
Oh, I said the word hose?
That's my ears. I mean, my ears aren't 100% accurate.
Robin, it could be anything right now. We're both under the influence of Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah,
You never know what you're going to say when you got Alka-Seltzer in your system.
exactly.
Sandy Markle is coming out at 11:05. Sandy is the founder of the Vested Interest in Canines group, and she's going to talk about the importance of dogs in law enforcement.
That's right, and they're life-saving vests for dogs.
That's right, life-saving vest, like bulletproof vests, right?
Yeah, right.
So we'll talk about that. 580 bullet and stab protective vests.
Yeah.
Boy, did you hear that story? The local story, the guy stabbing his dog in the head.
I heard you say
What a
that
crazy,
on your
what the heck
news.
is wrong with people?
That is so disgusting.
He's mad at his girlfriend, so he stabs his dog in the head.
Yeah, so
Oy, oy, oy.
disgusting. It's just. Oh.
You know what the real reaction should be? Pray for him and pray for his wife, his girlfriend, whatever she is, whoever she is to him. Pray for them, because obviously they got some problems.
Yeah.
Let's not be judges. Let's be whatever God wants us to be. Dr. Bill Sears is coming out at 11:20. He's a medical and parenting consultant for Baby Talk and Parenting Magazine.
Yep.
He also contributes to Dateline in 2020, Good Morning America, and he's going to talk about the health benefits of xylitol.
Yeah.
What is xylitol? Do you know?
I don't know.
Is it something that'll help somebody with a cold?
I hope so.
Fun with Joe. I have some more Are You Smarter Than a College Student questions for you and Joe.
Okay.
And then our segment with Galen, I may not do it because I really want him to talk about the need for blood up in Alabama after these tornadoes and the damage that's been done. But if we can squeeze it in, I do have a fun topic, actually. It's some public relations disasters that were on Twitter. One of them I participated in, but not in the bad part.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you the one I participated in. My dad, as most of you know, was a New York City police officer.
Yeah.
And so the New York City Police Department had this campaign. They were asking everybody to submit photos of a New York City police officer with civilians. Uh-huh. Just have not police with police, but policemen, working with a child or working with, somebody who needed some help. And I have a photo of my dad holding my brother Bob when he was a baby. Uh-huh. And he's standing out somewhere in the Bronx, and he's with my mom and my grandmother, whatever. Anyway, so I submitted that one, and he's supposed to put hashtag my NYPD. Uh-huh. All right, so I did that. Well, a lot of people sent in pictures of police brutality. Oh man, they got a backlash. So it was a backfired campaign, I guess you could say, but it was a public relations disaster, and there's some others. It's not the first one. There's a couple of funny ones in there. If I can squeeze it in, we'll make sure we do that. And so there you go. Things that people will be talking about in the news today. That they already are talking about, I guess. Let's see. They're still talking about the Clippers owner, Sterling, Donald Sterling. Players want him punished. He made some racist comments, and anyway, so that's still what they're talking about.
Disgusting.
People crazy.
Should learn to get along.
Well, John Kerry made a statement. In John Kerry's case, now he didn't make a statement that was really racist, but he said that he didn't want Israel to have to be an apartheid state, and I guess everybody got upset with that. Apartheid. How do you pronounce it? Apartheid.
Apartheid state.
But I do think that it was a poor choice of words. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I do think also that's hard for us as Americans who can live side by side with somebody of a different faith to really understand what the heck is going on in the rest of the world, because we've grown up with this way. Yeah. We've grown up learning how to exist together, how to play on the same team and be different colors and different religions and different sexes even. I mean, everything. We get along,
Yeah.
The rest of the world needs to pay attention to how we do it. And so I think, the guy is trying hard. I think he chose a poor word. I don't know that he's necessarily the best person to do what he's doing, and that's just my opinion. He probably might be all right. I don't know. All I know is that he gets picked on for saying the word apartheid, and come on, it is a poor choice of words. And as soon as somebody pointed it out, he said, "I wish I could take it back." So he's apologizing in a way,
Yeah, but when you're in that capacity, you have to know how to use words.
But see, it's not. It's both sides over there. I got in trouble one time for saying I wish they would grow up, and whoever was offended by that thought I meant his side should grow up.
Oh.
And I really meant both sides should grow up.
You were clear with that.
Yeah, I was taken to task for that, and I had to go looking through the tapes back in the days when we actually had tapes.
Yeah.
And I found the tape, and I played it on the air, and I said, "Look, listen to what I said.
Yeah.
I think they should grow up."
Right.
Hey, they applies to anybody. I mean, it applies to this man and this woman with the guy who stabbed his dog's head.
Yeah.
It applies to them. It applies to the Middle East. It applies to the to the North Korean attitude.
Exactly.
It applies to many of the countries in Africa that are having a hard time just coexisting.
Yeah.
And they don't even coexist. They have different borders. So if they want to be separated, they got the borders to do it.
Exactly.
But P.S. Everybody who picks on America, just the one thing, you can pick on us all you want, but guess what? We get along.
Yeah.
We have the right to celebrate whatever we want to celebrate.
Exactly.
To honor whoever we want to honor. Hey, I'm carrying on. I don't mean to. Right. What else is going to be spoken about? Oh, the weather. Of course, the weather. Let me look at this weather real quickly. The deadly tornado outbreak.
Yeah, that was so horrible.
Alabama and Mississippi are bracing for a second hit as the tornado toll reaches 27. Let me go to the Weather Channel and report about this. They are saying that the tornadoes will continue through tomorrow, and that weather system is coming our way.
Gosh.
Just so you know. Now, we're not in the danger zone. We're in what they call a hazard zone. The threat and the hazard, I guess, two different ways of categorizing it. Torcon is a phrase they're using nowadays. Torcon, which means tornado. Oh my goodness, I knew it already. Tornado. Anyway, it's the number that they associate. It's an index number to indicate how likely it is that you'll be in an area with a tornado. Our number is relatively low, but we do have a number assigned to us. I think it's 3 or something. All right. We've got to go to Fox News, and then we'll be back and talk about this some more.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Death and destruction in the Deep South.
We heard a large boom, and a tree fell on our house. Our porch fell in, the windows broke.
He's in Mississippi, where tornadoes killed at least 7 people, 2 deaths in Alabama and 2 in Tennessee. The NBA holds a news conference today on the investigation of embattled Clippers owner Donald Sterling.
CarMax, Virgin Airlines, Kia, and State Farm have all stopped or suspended advertising with the team. Donald Sterling is allegedly heard on tape telling a girlfriend not to post pictures of herself with black people or bring black people to his games.
Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal, another late-nighter eyeing the exit.
I will be stepping down as the host of this show. Thanks, everybody. That was quite convincing.
Courtesy CBS and Worldwide Pants Productions, Craig Ferguson leaving The Late Late Show at the end of the year. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network.
Uh-oh.
Is that what I thought it was?
As long as you don't think it was me running over a sprinkler head, then no, it wasn't.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry about it. I'll just add it to the honey-do list.
If you had signed up for Mike Scott Plumbing's irrigation package in the first place, you wouldn't have to do anything.
What? Mike Scott Plumbing does irrigation too?
Yeah. I told you they have packages where they take care of everything.
Yeah, but I broke it, so they're not going to cover that.
But with their annual irrigation maintenance plans, you never have to pay for another service charge or broken sprinkler head ever again, regardless of the fault.
So that means I break it, they fix it.
That's what I said, Mr. Genius.
Okay, you win. How do I sign up?
I thought you'd never ask. Call Mike Scott Plumbing today and ask about their irrigation maintenance plans. 237-2888. That's 237-2888.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get this stupid document notarized.
Oh, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their gums, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Thank you. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. This isn't not a bad-looking Tuesday morning, is it? But we do have weather coming our way. We may be spared the intensely damaging weather that we're hearing about just to the west of us. But I do want to tell you what the weather folks are saying right now. By the way, it's 69 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. Not too bad looking, actually.
No.
In Alabama and Mississippi are bracing for a second hit as their tornado toll reaches 27.
Oh,
27
gosh.
people died. Communities across the South were on high alert today as the devastating storm system that left at least 27 people dead threatened to pack a 1-2 punch on the hardest hit areas of Alabama and Mississippi. The storm front killed at least 11 people yesterday when it slammed into parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee, produced more than 50 tornadoes.
Oh, my.
In 24 hours.
Wow.
It spawned twisters, deposited driving rain, scattered hail across the South. And so the weather meteorologists have, and I don't know if I'm the last one to figure, sometimes I hear something and I go, how come I never heard this before? So the term that they're using is Torcon. Have you heard this term, Torcon?
No, not just from you. I haven't heard it.
Well, the Weather Channel uses it, and I assume it's a meteorological term that it's kind of like the polar vortex. Was that what they're calling
Yes.
it?
Polar vortex.
Whatever. You learn new things.
Yeah.
Maybe in their world it's an old term, but I never heard it. It's Torcon, and what it really means is it's a shortened version of Tornado Condition Index.
Okay.
So in other words, there's a number, and the number is between 0 and 10.
Oh, okay.
And the higher the number, the more likely a tornado will touch down within 50 miles of wherever they're assigning that number.
Wow.
Okay? So let me go through those numbers now that you know that, because it does apply to us. And it does apply today to us. Today, Tuesday, April 29th, all right?
Yeah.
If you were to just give one number to the entire South, which includes us, you would give it a 7, according to the Weather Channel.
Wow, it's more than 50%.
If you were just to include, let's see, the northern Alabama area, it's a 5. The Florida Panhandle is a 7. Specifically, the Florida Panhandle. East of the Panhandle and northeast, I guess, of where we are, they're giving it a 4. Now, it does dip down into our area. The 4 does dip down into Ocala. In fact, it goes all the way down to Lake Okeechobee.
Oh,
The 4. So just remember, we're a 4 in that new term, at least new to me, TORCON, Tornado Condition Index, TORCON. It's kind of cool when you have a new word, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very cool. Now I have to, think of where I'm going to use it today. TORCON.
Well, just when you use it, when somebody says, you know what TORCON means? Yes, I do.
Yes, that's right.
I know what it means.
Yeah, they're trying to test us.
Anyway, it's obviously a serious thing, but it's hard to make us serious for long. Anyway, Georgia, North, Central, and Southwest is a 6. That's pretty high. Georgia Southeast is a 4. Illinois is even this. They've got a 2. Indiana has a 2. Kentucky has a 4. Louisiana has a 4, and North Carolina has a 5. South Carolina has a 6. So 5, 6, anything above 5 and 6 is considered like the real bad ones. 5 and 6, and higher. And again, we are a 4. So we're just on the edge of what would be considered bad. Bad meaning the possibility of tornadoes. And just pray we don't have any.
Oh, yeah. It gets bad.
And if you do hear about one or anything at all, I mean, you guys always were great. I mean, I learned this a long, long time ago, that you don't talk down to an audience, period.
No.
And you don't try to tell this audience anything, because they know way more than I'll ever know. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, the numbers. By the way, and this is not related to that, there is a ribbon cutting. The Chamber and Economic Partnership wants us to mention these things now and then. And it's kind of interesting, because I never knew that we were all invited to these ribbon cuttings.
Yeah.
This is a company called Floral Architecture, right?
Yep.
And their ribbon cutting is today at 5:30. And what are they? What is Floral? Was it a florist?
I don't know.
Let's see. Floral Architecture having a ribbon cutting to celebrate the grand opening at the beautiful Seven Sisters Inn. Okay, that's where they're doing it. Mary Beth Weaver is one of the top floral designers in Ocala. 28 years of experience. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, so she'll design your landscape or your indoors?
I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
I have no idea.
Floral, flowers.
But it's yeah, right.
What I think.
I'm sure you're right. Anyway, so if you want to go to the ribbon cutting, it's 5:30 today. Maybe you can learn something, report back to us. I doubt that we'll be going.
Yep.
So, all right.
Exactly.
So there you go. And the Chamber and Economic Partnership phone number is 629-8051. One of these days, you're going to hear me announce our ribbon cutting here at WOCA, The Source. Joe and Dan and the Martone family have been planning a ribbon cutting ceremony for a while now. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
I think there should be some bagels or something.
I hope so.
It's always food and everything.
We'll
right?
bring something. Bring a dish.
All right. I promised I was going to tell you about some cars, right?
Yep, you were.
All right. Let me tell you about the cars. There are some cars you can get that are fuel efficient that are not a hybrid. You can get a car that takes nothing but gasoline.
Okay.
And let me just see how do I do this? I guess they're in alphabetical order, so it doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Let's see. How do I do this here? The 2013 Audi A3 TDI, a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, 6-speed automatic. Ultra
6-speed automatic.
6-speed automatic.
Okay, no, that I got to look at.
30 miles per gallon in the city, 34 combined city and highway, 42 miles per gallon on the highway.
Okay.
Not bad,
No.
right? Did I do that right?
No.
I think I did it right. All right, so that's the Audi. The Chevy Cruze, I won't read all these. Oh, the next one is a diesel. The 2014 Chevrolet Cruze diesel is a 2-liter, 4-cylinder turbo diesel automatic 6-speed, ultra-low sulfur diesel fuel. That's what it takes. It's 46 miles per gallon on the highway.
Okay.
27 in the city.
Alrighty. And they're 2014, so I guess they're trying to get rid of the 2014 models
I don't know.
because the 2015s are.
Well, no, this isn't a sales. This is from a website called MPG-O-Matic. They're just looking at the cars, not necessarily trying to persuade you to buy one. They're just telling you that if you don't want a hybrid, if you want a car that just takes gasoline
Yeah, that's me.
or so far we've had 2 diesel.
Yeah, I'd rather have gasoline.
That's because it's
batteries.
hard to change old habits. That's why.
Well, yeah, I just like knowing, that how far my car can go before I got to fill up. If it's a battery, it's like, okay, I'll be sweating it. When is it going to stop?
right. That's what it is. The 2013 Chevrolet Cruze Echo, a 1.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, manual 6-speed, regular unleaded gasoline is what it takes. It goes 33 miles per gallon. I'm sorry, 42 miles per gallon on the highway.
Oh, there you go.
42. Not bad, see?
No, those are really good.
And I'll just do a couple more. I'll tell you the whole list. It's the Chevy Sonic, the Chevy Spark, the Dodge Dart Aero, the Fiat 500.
Yeah, I haven't heard of some of these.
Alphabetical, so it's not necessarily in any order other than alphabetical. The Ford Fiesta, the Ford Focus, the Honda Civic, the Kia Rio, the Nissan Sentra. There's a few more. The Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
The Mazda Sky Active. That's a cool name.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
The VW Beetle convertible.
That sounds fun.
I'd look like a cartoon character if I drove that thing. It's a 2-liter, 4-cylinder engine, manual or automatic, 6-speed. Takes ultra-low sulfur diesel fuel. It goes 41 miles per gallon on the highway.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Ultra low.
Well, wasn't that always the selling point of a Volkswagen Bug?
Yeah, that it was the highest.
The Toyota Yaris. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Toyota Yaris. 2013 Toyota Yaris, 1.5 liter, 4-cylinder engine, regular unleaded gas, goes 37 miles per gallon.
Gosh.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
All right, and the only other topic I really had for this is they were mentioning in the segment just before we came back on the air that Craig Ferguson has decided to not do the Late Show anymore on CBS.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Everybody was kind of hoping he would, well, not everybody. Some people were hoping he was going to take over when David Letterman left CBS with his show. Do you know the one claim to fame that David Letterman has? And I wonder if he's even recognized it. He never took anybody's spot. Like when he started late night on NBC, there was not a late night before him. The show before David Letterman had late night was Tom Snyder.
Oh, that's right.
So David Letterman didn't take somebody else's spot. Then when the Tonight Show spot became available, when Johnny Carson was stepping down, everybody thought he was going to take over, but he didn't.
Yeah.
And he went over to CBS and started his own show called The Late Show.
Oh, yeah.
So he didn't take somebody's spot there either.
That's right.
So when he left late night on NBC, then Conan took over. And now that he's leaving CBS, Stephen Colbert is taking over.
Yeah.
And Craig Ferguson should have been the heir apparent since he was kind of groomed by Letterman, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
He did the slot.
Yeah, I was real surprised when his name didn't.
But anyway, do you have a favorite of the late night? There's a survey that was done, and I can tell you what the results were. Of who the favorites of the late night lineup are.
Oh, okay.
And it's broken down into 2 different ways. One, they asked people 18 years old and older, period. And then they asked young people between 18 and 34.
Oh, okay.
So the first one, it's 18 all the way up to, 106 or whatever. The other one was the younger portion of that. So in the older, in the kind of everybody group, Stephen Colbert was the most, believe it or not, the most recognizable late night host.
Wow, isn't that something? And I really enjoy Stephen Colbert. He brings a lot of interesting things to the table. And you can really tell that when he does something, he does most of the research on his own, because he can go off on a tangent and then come right back to where he originally started from and not miss a beat. So he's done that sort of research.
And he's kind of a character, though. So when he takes over the Late Show, he can't be in character anymore. So I guess we get to see the real Stephen Colbert then. Right?
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Of those 18 plus, going all the way up to the highest age, John Oliver is number 2.
Okay.
From Last Week Tonight. That's the name of the show on HBO.
Okay.
Jon Stewart is number 3 from Comedy Central.
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
Seth Meyers on the Late Night Show on NBC is more recognizable than Jay Leno and Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, wow. Because of the younger ones?
And more recognizable than Jimmy Kimmel and Conan O'Brien and David Letterman. That's hard to believe. But, but anyway, he's up there. They're up there on the recognizable. So if you just go to the young folks, the people who are no older than 34, Stephen Colbert, once again, tops the list. So he's on the top of the list both times. But Conan O'Brien is the second most recognizable.
Yeah, I believe that. Conan seems to be everywhere.
Jimmy Fallon is third. Jon Stewart is fourth. John Oliver from Last Week Tonight. I've never seen him.
No, I haven't.
I watch some of these. I watch some of these things. I don't watch any of them at the actual time. I watch them on YouTube.
Yeah.
I watch clips. I find out, for example, that Paul Simon is on an interview. And I'll see Paul Simon, the singer, and I'll tune into that. Which, by the way, Paul Simon was arrested. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. What happened to him?
Paul Simon and Edie Brickell,
right,
his wife, apparently got into a fight.
Oh.
In their home.
Okay.
And I guess Edie's mom called the police.
Oh my gosh.
So
wow, she must have been visiting then.
So Paul and Edie had to go to court and.
Oh wow.
And say, I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of her. She's not afraid of me. It's kind of a funny thing to watch.
Wow, must have been very bad though.
No, it didn't.
A fight.
I doubt it. Are you kidding?
Hope it wasn't physical.
Me and Julio down in the schoolyard guy?
Yeah, right, exactly.
The Sounds of Silence guy. Remember there was a song he did. I guess it is Me and Julio down by the schoolyard where he goes, we all get arrested and we're all on the cover of Newsweek.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and when Edie Brickell is a guest on one of those late night shows, Paul Simon is like part of her band. He's back there backing her.
He's a lot older than her, you know that? He's like 72.
Yeah.
I think she's 49.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a
but
big age difference there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, we've got to push.
I don't know. It's not all one-sided, you know. You have to talk about him and her because nobody knows what happened.
Well, she said she started it. Well, you know what? It's actually in the news bites.
Oh, okay.
So you get to read it later on. Or I do, wherever the chips fall. All right, we will take a little break. We do have some news to report to you, and if we have any update on the weather circumstances out west and that's heading our way, we'll let you know whatever we know. And when Galen Unold is on later on, we do have a fun topic for Galen, but I might forfeit using the topic I've planned so that Galen can emphasize the importance of donating blood, especially at a time when tornadoes are tearing up homes and lives, and the least we can do is donate a unit of blood. It takes no time at all.
Yeah.
Let's go forward, and we'll take a little break and be right back. Deal?
Deal.
Like it or not, springtime is just around the corner, and so is spring cleaning and those winter projects you've been putting off. But don't worry, Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now.
It's time to get those DIY projects started, and right now at the DIY Home Center outlet in Ocala, you get laminate flooring starting at just 99 cents a square foot, and that includes the pad. We've got hundreds of rolls of carpet and vinyl at discount closeout prices. Kitchen need an update? 3 lines of all wood cabinets in stock to save you up to 50% on all wood custom kitchens, and the largest selection of mobile home parts in Ocala. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hey, it's Christy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, ocalamacpc.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
Here are today's headlines from the source, WOCA. The Florida House passed a bill yesterday that would give local school boards and parents more power over classroom materials. The proposal, which still has to go to the state Senate for approval, was the less dramatic of 2 textbook bills in the legislature. The other, a Senate bill that would have eliminated altogether the state's role in shortlisting and choosing books. The issue itself started in Volusia County. A November school board meeting was canceled because of security concerns when conservatives rallied to protest the use of the 10th grade world history textbook that they called pro-Islam. The book has a chapter about the rise of Muslim civilizations without a corresponding chapter on Christianity. The measure the House approved retains the state-level textbook screening process along with an existing option passed by the legislature last year for local school boards to take over the instructional materials review and selection process if they want. The House's language also would require school boards to adopt a formal process for public review and comment on textbooks being considered for adoption and resolution of any objections that might arise from that. The Senate will get the next vote, and it must approve the same language before the bill goes to Governor Rick Scott. The Ocala Police Department is reporting the arrest of a Northwest Ocala man charged with animal cruelty for allegedly beating and stabbing his own dog. Neighbors came to the dog's rescue. The arrested man is identified as Stephen Fleming. The dog is named Molly. On Sunday afternoon, neighbors called 911 when they heard a dog howling in Fleming's house. Ocala police say Fleming had a fight with his girlfriend at the Snowbirds Tavern, and he left the bar and returned home. Fleming started yelling and breaking his own windows. According to the report, Fleming brought Molly to the bathroom and stabbed her in the head 3 times. He then beat her with a baseball bat so hard that it broke the bat in 2. Neighbors distracted Fleming enough to delay any further beating until police arrived. Marion County Animal Services say Molly has a fractured skull. Fleming has been charged with aggravated animal cruelty and with resisting arrest without violence after he ran from police. He's being held with no bond because of a probation violation for cocaine possession. After seeing the dog's condition, police became concerned for Fleming's girlfriend, identified as Judy Rangel. Police found Rangel lying under a tree outside of the Snowbirds Tavern. She had passed out from intoxication. Rangel was later taken in under the Marchman Act and has been placed in the center's mental health facility. As an 11-year-old Panhandle girl who helped change the minds of Leary lawmakers looked on, the Senate overwhelmingly approved a proposal yesterday legalizing a strain of marijuana that could stop life-threatening seizures in children with a rare form of epilepsy. After the 36-3 vote, Ray Ann Mosley, accompanied by her mother Holly, awarded the 3 Senate sponsors of the measure, which is Senate Bill 1030, with hand-drawn pictures of a bright yellow sun against a blue background overarched by the words Ray of Hope. Ray Ann, who suffers from a rare form of epilepsy as well as cerebral palsy, has become the Florida poster child for a strain of marijuana that is high in cannabidiol, or CBD, and low in euphoria-inducing tetrahydrocannabinol, also known as THC. Parents whose children have taken the drug, which is not approved by the Food and Drug Administration, say it dramatically reduces seizures that can be fatal. Supporters of the effort estimate the strain of marijuana known as Charlotte's Web could help about 150,000 Florida children like Rayanne, who suffer up to hundreds of seizures per day. And those are the headlines from The Source, WOCA, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida. Clouds and some sunshine today with a shower and thunderstorm around this afternoon and evening. The high 86 to 90, and partly cloudy and warm overnight, low 68 to 72. Tomorrow and Thursday, clouds, some intervals of sun, very warm and humid with a thunderstorm around during the afternoon and evening hours of each day. The high tomorrow 86 to 90, Thursday's high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
All right, thank you, Joe. 3 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning. I wanted to mention the Zumba for Autism event happening over at Silver Springs this coming Saturday. We had in the studio Barbara Leonard helping to promote this. This is a fundraiser for the New Horizon Academy for Exceptional Students, and they do an exceptional job over there working with children, with students who have been diagnosed as autistic. The event is this Saturday. It's 9 a.m., and the entry fee is $10, and this is at Silver Spring State Park, which is, in my opinion, the most beautiful state park that the state of Florida has, as well as being the newest. The event will be at the Twin Oaks Amphitheater. That's the big stage where the famous people normally perform. Yeah. Famous people, right? And
other famous people.
Yeah. Yeah, when you play on that stage, you say, "Wow, you know who also played here?" And you can name anybody, right?
McGruff the Crime Dog was there. He sure was.
Yeah, right. Who was there? Willie Nelson was there.
Mel Tillis, I think.
Rhinestone Cowboy. What's the guy's name?
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell,
was there.
who recently went into a facility, right? Poor guy.
Tanya Tucker, she played there.
Anyway, if you want to participate in this, I don't know much about Zumba, and we promised them we would make a video to help promote this, but I didn't have any resources to do it. We both got sick on the weekend, and that's a good excuse, but I don't like excuses.
No,
but we just didn't have the footage to do it.
That's right. They never sent us any footage.
So help us help them by maybe posting this on your Facebook or whatever, or doing it if you want to do it. It's $10, and you'll be shaking a lot.
That's right.
Apparently
Very
Zumba is
stuff.
you can get your tickets at... Oh, thank you, Dan. I like that little reminder. I got to go. Pastor Sports has tickets. So does Publix in the Parkview Commons, and Freestyle Hair Salon has tickets. United Way of Marion County has tickets. Many of the health clubs in town do. And you can give them a call at 804-3777. That's actually Barbara Leonard's phone number, 804-3777. Help out with exercising.
That's right.
Zumba for Autism this Saturday at Silver Springs. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Killer storms claiming more lives in the Deep South, at least 7 in Mississippi.
Everything was flying. Roofs, metals, woods, everything was like a white.
He survived a twister and to below. At least 2 others are dead in Alabama, 2 more in Tennessee. Maumelle, Arkansas, reeling from the hit it took on Sunday.
Thousands are in the dark as they start the cleanup after the twister that took houses, businesses, and lives in this state. The half-mile-wide tornado carved an 80-mile path through this area. Forecasters are calling for more rain and possible thunderstorms from some of the hard-hit areas again today.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers in Maumelle. We're getting reports from the Fox affiliate in Atlanta that there are reports of a possible workplace shooting at a FedEx facility in Kennesaw. The shooter on the loose, 6 people reportedly hurt. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network, giving you...
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. If this had been an actual emergency, such as a hurricane or tornado, official messages would have followed the alert tones. WOCA serves the Marion County area. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
News Talk 1370. WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
And thank you very much. 3 minutes after 8 o'clock, and it's not a bad-looking Tuesday morning, not here in Ocala. Anyway, 71 degrees here at the Paddock Mall, but I'm keeping an eye on this weather, and there is a line of rain already hitting the panhandle of the state. But, we've got this wind that's pushing it east as well as this wind that's pushing it north. And so that might be the good news for us when it comes to this. But it still does affect our neighbors and even our neighbors here in our state. And remember that new term that I just learned today, which is TORCON, tornado. Oh, my goodness, I forget what the C stood for. Conditions, Tornado Condition Index. Thank you. We are, what did I say, a 4, Robin? We're a 4, right? Yeah. All right. Galen, you know this on the phone from Life South, and I want to make sure we find out what we need to do to help out the folks that he works with up in Alabama and Georgia and the rest of the Southeast. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
I'm in Ocala. I'm about to leave the house.
So are your red lights showing up? I mean, how do you, because you really are responsible for 3 states. I mean, do you have some kind of alert system that says, whoa, we need a lot of blood now? Do you have that happening?
No, we just have people that constantly communicate. So what's going on in Alabama, the tornado hit Bessemer, it's a suburb northeast of downtown Birmingham. It's still in Jefferson County. Bessemer's probably 5 or 6 miles away from where our donor center is, which is in Oxmoor, which is not far from Hoover. So right now, we're not aware of any of our employees that were immediately impacted. There's power outages that is pretty sporadic in that area. We're just kind of in a wait and see right now. What they're really worried about is flooding because of all the rain they've had up there. They're really concerned about the flooding. And so if you think about it, you have down power lines, you have gas leaks, you have all of your infrastructure that's been exposed. And now it's just raining, and it's supposed to rain on and off all day. That's where we're at right now. That's our number one concern right now. It's just for our employees and my wife and I were talking about this morning. And the thing about tornadoes is you very rarely have an increase in blood needs. Because what happens is the traffic actually greatly reduces, and this one hit at night, so it's going to take a while before, if we know if there are any casualties. But you typically have casualties instead of people actually getting hurt. And then that's why we're just kind of waiting and seeing and seeing what happens. Yeah. So, I mean, the good news is we've talked to all of our hospitals in the area. We have blood if they need it, but there hasn't been an increase in the number of traumas as of an hour and a half ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At 8 o'clock.
Okay, but is that typical? I mean, and even as I look at the weather reports right now for the areas we're talking about, it looks like they're still bracing for more. It looks like everything's not sure right now.
Yeah, and that's our concern. So we, if you're kind of looking on the inside of our organization, so what we're doing right now is, I knew something was wrong because at about 3 o'clock my phone just started beeping. And I started just getting texts from different people. And it became obvious there was something going on, and then you turn on the channel, and it happened at like 11 o'clock. But sometimes it takes a while before you actually find out what's going on. So internally, we're debating on whether or not we send out our staff today, in a situation where there are tornadoes that could happen. And so you have this balance of the need for blood in our community and the safety of our own employees. And so we still haven't made that decision yet because they're an hour behind us. So the bloodmobile doesn't have to go out. We have 3 bloodmobiles in Birmingham, and they don't have to go out yet. So not sure what we're going to do right now. We're trying not to park ourselves into a corner or paint ourselves into a corner yet. We're still taking a roll call of all our staff, etc.
If you are going to park yourself into a corner, don't let that guy do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
Take
exactly.
forever.
The unskilled parker.
That's right. Exactly.
And as I'm scrolling through the news right here, then it shows this other story that we just heard on Fox News about the shooting up at the FedEx facility in Atlanta, I think it was.
Yeah.
So that's this.
I heard that. I need to look into that. I mean, that's actually a place where we have blood drives. I have one of the funniest stories of my Lights Out career that just doesn't seem appropriate now. But short version is we once UPS'd some material to the FedEx building there.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
That's a bad idea. But
so this is what it says. This is what it says.
See what happened.
It says at least 6 people were injured in a shooting early Tuesday, that's today, of course, at a FedEx facility in Kennesaw, Georgia. More than 50 emergency vehicles were on the scene. The male gunman still at large. Cobb County Police say the call came in at 5:44 a.m., prompting a lockdown of the facility. Wow, that's just a few hours ago.
Right.
FedEx confirmed there is an incident at its facility located 27 miles north of Atlanta. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with the world?
I don't, it just doesn't seem like it's off to a good start today, does it?
No. Well, was it yesterday we were doing the good things that people did? The
Random
act of kindness thing. I truly believe that these stories are a minute amount of... I'm not talking about the tornadoes. That's something you have no control over. In fact, the tornadoes bring out the best in people, even though they end up leaving some people dead. But, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's gonna be a long day today. So
yeah, all right. So
it's just gonna be a long day.
So let me introduce something fun into our conversation then, since that's about all we have to say about that. But
yeah, I want to hear about somebody's PR blunders. That will be enjoyable.
Well, public relations is something you're obviously very good at. I mean, you do it specifically for Lights Out, but if somebody were to transplant you with another PR position, you'd probably do it just as well. I think, knowing you though, you would have to believe in it. You couldn't be a PR person for something you didn't believe in.
No, that's absolutely right. And I think that's what happens too often is people are really trying to champion causes that they don't believe in. So, or an idea that they don't believe in. And that goes from, you could tell when a politician's kind of towing the company line. I think that runs the entire gamut. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, if you don't believe in this, then nobody cares.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. How can you not believe in what you do, though? I mean, it's so obvious to me that what you do is so important. And I'll tell you, you guys give me such a platform. We've had such a long relationship that it's becoming easier and easier for
for you guys to understand where I'm coming from. Well, it's very easy now, but you got to remember there was a time when you weren't a blood donor.
Oh yeah,
So
no, that's exactly
until you're introduced to it, until somebody sits and explains to you the importance, it's just an afterthought at best. And so that's the hard part, is getting the platform to talk to people. That's regardless of any cause that's out there. One of the analogies I use all the time is look, you could give every person who walks in this bloodmobile a car if they donate blood. It doesn't matter if they don't know about it. It doesn't matter if they don't know they're getting a car. The most important thing is you have to get out there and beat the streets and tell people about who we are and what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is important for somebody in my position who's done it for 10, 15, however long it's been now, years, that's crazy. I'm 60, almost 60. So, I mean, to think that I only started in my 40s is really a disgrace. It's something I'm ashamed of. But at the same time, that very fact might get somebody who's also in the shoes that I was in back then saying, you know what, he's right, I should do it too.
Yeah, because you don't know.
You never know, right?
You don't know how you feel about it until you actually go and do it.
All right, so I have some PR backfires that were all of these are Twitter-related public relations ideas that didn't work so well.
Yeah, well, and they probably started out as a great idea.
Oh yeah,
that's what I. It's just like, we didn't think that one through.
So did you hear the one about the NYPD, the New York Police Department?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's how got me started on this, because I wanted to submit a photo. I had a photo of my dad, who was a police officer in New York, holding my brother Bob when Bob was a baby, standing with my mom. And so the whole idea of the police department, they wanted photos of New York City police officers intermingling with civilians.
Yeah.
And then you would post it on Facebook and then hashtag my NYPD.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, a lot of people were posting pictures that were not very flattering to the New York Police Department.
Yeah. I'll bet they were.
In fact, if you look up, just go, I guess if you Google hashtag my NYPD, you'll see all kinds of pictures. New York City Police Department Commissioner Bill Bratton actually seemed to be pleased with the response and said, I kind of welcome the attention. We really broke the numbers. Send us your photos, good and bad. I'm a strong supporter of this, an advocate of social media. But anyway, people, let's see, the results were hundreds of photos of police brutality. 10,000 people per hour were posting my NYPD.
Well, if you ask for people's input, and this goes for anything, if you ask for people's input, you're therefore expected to take it, follow it, and use it.
Exactly.
And again, it goes back to no one knows your business better than you. And so why would you put your business, your organization, or whatever in the hands of people who know nothing about you? I'm always amazed by that. Always. So.
Yeah. All right, here's another one. In 2012, Susan Boyle, the singer who became famous from one of those talent contest shows, right? She's
Britain's Got Talent.
Got a beautiful singing voice. She didn't look like she could be a great singer, but she is, and she's just blessed with a great voice and normal looks, I guess you would say, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so her PR team decided to invite people to her new album party, and so they tweeted hashtag Susan Album Party, so people could retweet it, but people didn't read it that way. They read it as Sue's Anal Bum Party.
Oh my gosh! Oh, wow.
That's not good.
Gosh.
Not good at all.
Anyway, so we got a lot of interesting comments.
Oh my gosh! I bet. Poor guy. Poor Susan.
Yeah, Susan.
Should have wrote Susan Boyle and not Susan Album Party.
Yeah, how could they?
Yeah, I mean, how there are a lot of Susans in the world.
Let's see. J.P. Morgan canceled their Twitter Q&A after getting trolled.
Oh, she's funny.
No, not her.
Oh.
I bet you Galen doesn't even know who that J.P. Morgan is. Do you know who Rob was talking about, Galen?
Well, J.P. Morgan, the famous, or the guy who's he was a rich dude.
Yeah, that's who this is about. But Robin's referring to the actress.
Yeah, the comedian.
I have no
actress,
idea who that is.
Nah, she wasn't really that famous, but we knew her back in
Gong Show days and all that. Kind of things.
yes. Anyway, so he's J.P. Morgan Chase and Company received a Twitter tongue lashing after asking followers to send questions to an executive using the hashtag AskJPM. Here's one. Can I have my house back? Here's another one. Is it true JPM stands for just pay more? They got all kinds of bad ones. Here's another one. Did you have a specific number of people's lives you needed to ruin before you considered your business model a success?
Oh, those are funny.
And next one was, what's it like working with Mexican drug cartels? Do they tip?
That's awesome.
Just like you pointed out, Gail. You don't want to put your reputation in the hands of everybody else.
No, I always have people come to me and go, "Oh, well, we should, have our donors design the shirts." They don't know anything about designing T-shirts. Maybe they do, and if they do, then tell them to email it to me. I'll look at it. You just don't put that in somebody else's hands. I'm just a big proponent of that.
Yeah. Do you think we have a supermarket in our country or in our community even that caters to the rich?
Yeah.
Which one?
Specifically?
Yeah.
I don't know. Then I would say Publix because they're
Publix.
No, Whole Foods. Whole Foods it's not even close. Whole Foods, like the people who do all organic, or Trader Jack's. So they do all organic stuff. It's more of a niche than it like Publix is, just for everybody. But no, it's Whole Foods.
Okay, so Whole Foods. So the products would be more expensive in there. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, in England,
because they're organic, etc. So.
In England, there's a store that fits that category called Waitrose. Or Waitrose or something like that. So they asked for some tweets. They asked for some people to finish this sentence. They said, finish this sentence. I shop at Waitrose because... Somebody wrote, I shop at Waitrose because I hate poor people. I shop at Waitrose, but repack it in Tesco bags so the rest of the estate doesn't know that I won the Euro Millions.
There you go.
In other words, it goes on and on and on of people just kind of making fun of the fact that I don't really shop there. You guys are too expensive.
That's great.
Well, we went to find a meat market one time in Naples, and we came upon one that said the Meat Boutique. So we figured, that's really pricey. That caters to the rich.
The Meat Boutique.
Yeah, and it did.
Intimate. You got a cold?
No, just a sneeze.
Because I don't think we can give it to you over the phone.
No.
Gosh, I hope not. I don't want anything about you guys got.
Mine started with a sneeze, by the way.
Yeah.
Entenmann's, the people who sell those donuts and other cakes, they decided to have a little campaign using Twitter. It was the timing that really got to them. They wanted to ask people, who's not guilty about eating the tasty treats they want?
Oh.
And they decided that not guilty would be the part that was the hashtag. So who's hashtag not guilty about eating the tasty treats they want? Well, what happened was their question ended up with all of the other hashtag not guilties, which at the time was during the Casey Anthony case.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Again, you gotta know what's going on in the world around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Entenmann's apologized, saying, sorry, everyone, we weren't trying to reference the trial. We should have checked the trending hashtag first.
There
you go.
Yeah, but that made people aware of Entenmann's if they weren't aware of them before that. Their donuts are good.
True.
And then there was one from Starbucks. In 2012, Starbucks was the victim to a Twitter PR campaign that went wrong when the coffee giant asked customers to send some holiday cheer using the hashtag Spread the Cheer. It received a slew of tweets criticizing the Starbucks low tax rates.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
The tweets are restricted to Starbucks tax policies. They were not restricted to that, I guess. Starbucks labor practices were also taken to task.
Oh, gee. Wow, that just blew up in their face then.
Whatever that is. Maybe that was a European thing. It doesn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, for the taxes.
All right, well.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
You know, have you ever tried to start a hashtag thing? It doesn't. You have to really be high profile to make a difference, right?
Well, to make any kind of a trending movement, sure. I mean, we tweet at Life South and everything, so it's at Life South or at Donate Blood, and yeah, it's doesn't mean it works. So you get 3 tweets on it, you think you've done the greatest thing in the world.
What just popped up on your computer? What did I just hear?
Yeah, it's just I'm getting emails from Birmingham. So.
Oh, really? All right. Well, let's get back onto that topic real quickly. Yeah, these tornadoes and storm conditions are leaving entire areas in splinters. Literally, the pictures I saw were unbelievable.
That is so horrible. And 27 people have died already. That's just so horrible. But you still don't know when a tornado's coming. As soon as you hear the tornado reference in the sirens, it's almost too late to go into shelter.
But here's the good thing. Now, Galen, what was that? Was that a computer? Was that your smartphone? What made that noise?
That was my computer.
Your computer. But see, people are. There was actually at least, I'm going to say people, but the honest truth is I heard one guy, but I'm guessing it applies to more than one. One guy in the news was on the audio saying, I got the alert on my phone, and I quickly went to a shelter, and had I been 15 seconds later, I probably would have been dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the system we have in place now, where we alert people by their phones, is really saving lives.
Gosh.
It truly is, and I know people are going to take this for whatever they're worth, but that's why the federal government is giving certain people phones that don't qualify. That's the main reason, is because of public safety. So, and I know that's a big joke, and we probably all made it, but that's the reason right there. It's so that you can notify people in the time of an emergency, not just natural disaster, but whether it's a gas leak or a fire or an Amber Alert. All of those things can be used now with a phone. So
you just reminded me of something, and I'm going to say this not because I'm just talking about myself, but because somebody else might have this same circumstance. Our friend Doug, and everybody who knows us knows Doug, has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And he qualifies for a lot of government help, which I want somebody like that to get government help. And he has one of those phones that he calls the Obama phone.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're calling it, the Obama phone. But anyway,
right.
But the thing is, in Doug's case, I don't think he knows how to set it up to receive those alerts. And I never thought to put that on there for him,
Yeah, well, you will now.
I will now. That's why I'm saying it out loud, so that I can remember. So that other people might say, "Hey, I have a friend who probably doesn't know how to do it either."
Yeah.
So if you have a friend who has a phone,
as you always
or
put the
a parent,
numbers in for him.
Yeah, absolutely. A phone is a tool. You can decide you don't want to join this century and not have a phone. That is completely up to you. But the phone is a tool, and it can be a life-saving tool. And I think that's what we're finding more and more is that people who are, whether they're hurt, trapped, injured, because people carry their phone around like it's their most personal object.
Oh, sure they do.
It's hard to go, and so therefore it's with you. If you need it, it's going to be in your pocket or on your person at some place, and so. I think that's a huge opportunity.
Sometimes it's more effective than those life alert things too, because you've got your phone and there's always one number that's set up just strictly for people to call emergencies. 911, and then the name of the person that's most likely to respond quickly.
All right. So while we're on that topic, and since there might be people who say, I don't even know how to do it myself. Or where to do it. And I know there's more than one way to do this. The way I have it set up is through the Marion County Sheriff's Office.
Yep.
Is that the one you use too, Galen?
Well, I use several counties.
Okay.
Try to have as many counties in the southeast as I can.
That's true for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a good point. I mean, if you have a relative or a loved one, you might go to the other. But in Marion County alone, just so you know this, go to Marion County Sheriff's Office website. It's at marionso.com.
Yeah.
/emergency-management-bureau, and then /weather-and-storm-alerts. I know that's long. You know what we should do? We should put this on Facebook.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Anyway, but if you just Google Marion County Sheriff's Office, make sure it's the one in Florida because there's another one in Indiana.
Yeah.
And then you go to Code Red. Code Red is what you want. Code Red, it'll show you exactly how to get your phone hooked up the same way mine is. I'm nothing special because we do a radio show, by the way. Everybody can have access to this.
That's right.
A service of the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
And it's part of the emergency broadcast service, which is kind of ironic because you guys did play that before I came on. It's all part
well, that was just a
system.
test. Had it been an actual emergency,
Dan wouldn't have talked anymore. So.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. Well, okay. It worked out to be a nice segment with an important message. So where is the Bloodmobile today? We don't need a segue.
We're at the Walmart in the Villages, and then we are also at an elementary school today, which is one of the places I love to have blood drives at. So, hold on, I forgot the name of it, and I will tell you it's Marion Oaks Elementary School.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the teachers and staff, they always come to the plate.
Yeah, and we get a great response from our parents. So we're really proud of the elementary school and our school program that we created with the curriculum and the educational piece, and we put a lot of time, energy, and effort into that. We're really, really proud of what that program is all about. So.
All right.
And it's part of our 5 Points of Life program, so we're really proud of it.
And are you going to go up there to Alabama, do you think?
No, because I've got to go to Charleston tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't. Now, we'll see. Today is as I tell people that work with me, I'm like, today is a different day. Today isn't yesterday, and it's not tomorrow. So let's just see what happens today.
Okay. So Charleston tomorrow, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. And if you can't get to the Bloodmobile, go to the Life South building on Silver Springs Boulevard, right next door to the Cascades. And where would you go in Denell, Robin?
Winn-Dixie.
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 Next to Winn-Dixie.
And let me throw in one more thing, that if you are in need of weather information, we've mentioned this many times. We're here. We are one of the emergency stations in town. We might be the emergency station. I always forget if we are the one or one of them.
One.
But then there's also, and this isn't a plug for them, but there's also that weather radio that you can get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just get a weather radio. I have a weather radio in my office. You just push a button and boom, there's the weather right there.
Yeah, it's great.
Simple as that. And today's one of those days you keep an eye on it. And if not for us, for our neighbors up north. Oh my goodness, a phone call's coming in right now. Let me take a quick phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. As you close out this segment of your show, you're always used to have a creative way of Robin saying Sweet Bay.
Yes.
Right? Now it's Winn-Dixie.
Right.
Yeah, we have to work on it.
Don't forget, you're in horse country. Winn-Dixie.
Oh, that sounded great.
We'll steal that from you, Dennis.
Okay, all right.
We'll have to make sure we give him credit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Dennis. That was wonderful.
Winn-Dixie. That is good. All right.
Very good.
All right, Gil, you be careful. I guess you'll have a busy day today, it sounds like.
Yeah. Today's a reactionary day. I don't necessarily like those days, but we're purely in reactionary mode just to see what our employees need and what our community needs. So that's what we're focused on today.
All right. Well, you have a good day, as good as you can make it, and thank you for what you do. You make the world a better place.
Well, thank you guys for this platform. It means so much. So thank you guys very much.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Killer storms claiming more lives in the Deep South, at least 7 in Mississippi.
Everything was flying. Roofs, metals, woods, everything was like a white.
He survived a twister and 2 below. At least 2 others are dead in Alabama, 2 more in Tennessee. Maumelle, Arkansas, reeling from the hit it took on Sunday.
Thousands are in the dark as they start the